What's up, you guys? My computer is acting real funky. I think it's because I am uploading. I'm trying to render another video. My computer has been giving me some problems, child. But anyway, hey everybody, happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a good day today. I hope everybody had a good Saturday. Um I've been trying to get caught up on my reviews. If you guys haven't noticed, I think I'm caught up on RuPaul. I'm caught up on Ready to Love. I did Growing Pop. That'll drop tomorrow. Ready to Love will drop tomorrow. Um, what else? I'm gonna get caught up on Salt Lake City. I'll probably get caught up tomorrow on Salt Lake City. So, all right. So let's get into this. This was the part 3 for Love and Marriage Huntsville. This will be the end of the season. But y'all know how Love and Marriage Huntsville is, child. They already filming. So they'll probably be back this summer, child. They don't give us that long of a break. They'll probably be back this summer. We'll see how that breaks down. Some interesting things have been going on the last couple of days as it relates to Love and Marriage Huntsville. We had Funky Dineva come out. Well, first we had Maurice do the awards, and we had people feeling how they felt about that, myself included. Then we had Funky Dineva come out and was like, he said what he had to say, and he said that he don't F with Mel, and people felt how they felt about that. Then Melody's brother then came out and defended her, and he don't really say a lot, but he came down. He said he didn't really appreciate the things that Funky Dineva said about his sister. He said he wasn't really tripping about Funky Dineva's opinion, but it was the way he said it and the fact that he alluded to his sister being a bitch, and he didn't like it. And then Claudia Jordan sort of came out and distanced herself from Funky Dineva. You guys know that Claudia Jordan and Funky Dineva, they do the Fox Soul show together, but her and Mel are cool. And actually, her and Mel just did a movie together, I think somebody was saying. So, and what's also interesting is that Funky Dineva and Melody's Melody's brother. Oh shoot, hold on, that's the video. Sorry, y'all, that's the video. So hopefully my computer be acting right again. They're actually frat brothers. Both of them are alphas. So it's been a lot going on. I just think we all need a break. I think this show has been going on. It's been 30 episodes. 30 episodes in this season. If you take away the fact that they took like a little 2-month break, and then of course, week here, week there, this show has been on for like 6 months. So anyway, this was the final review. So let me say, the final part of the reunion. So let me go through and speak to everybody. What's up, Lemon Kush? Hey, Tracy. What's up, my love? Hey, Mia. Mr. Brown, how you doing? Mwah. Cool Gamer. Hey, Lovely 31. What's up, Xavier? Tracy said, thank God it's over. Yes, child, I feel the same way. Hey, Jonathan. What's up? What's up? How's Kimmy? Kimmy seems to be doing well. She was the last one. I'm going to get there. She was the last one they spoke of. This review ain't gonna take long because it really won't a whole lot at there, child. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, child. When Funky was calling Tisha all sorts of plum fools, nobody was saying he was disrespecting women. He comes for male, and now they want to take off his hair. Listen, what's up, G Mama 4? Hey, J Wash, what's up? Crispies, yes. Listen, I'm gonna say this about, and this goes to people in general. People get outraged when it hits them. Let's be clear. And we've all been guilty of it. When it doesn't hit us any kind of way, we don't really see it until it hits us. And so I agree. One thing I will say about Funky Dineva is equal opportunity. Funky Dineva offends everybody. I have been offended by Funky Dineva. I like Funky, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I just can't do him. I'm gonna be honest. I just can't do him. But I like him. I'm subscribed to him, and I watch. If he drops a video that I don't think I'm gonna be interested in, or then it ain't gonna do nothing for me, I keep it rolling. If he drops a video that I like, cool. But he equal opportunity. But I agree, but I'm gonna say this too. I think that there is something. I think it's deeper. I think there's some behind the scenes stuff that has gone on between Funky Dineva and Mel. I don't think it's just because of Mel on the show, or he don't like the way Mel portrays herself on the show. I think there's some personal things that have gone on behind the scenes. We know that Funky is cool with the cast. Him and Carlos are friends in real life. They've known each other since the Real Housewives of Atlanta days when he was still living in Atlanta and Carlos was producing the show. Him and Mel have had off-camera conversations. Funky Dineva has interviewed people on that show. I really think it's something we don't know. I think it's something has gone on, and that's because Funky usually don't get that caught up. Like for him to come out and be like, I don't F with that person, yada, yada, yada. Funky don't usually go that deep. Not anymore. Like back in the day when he was, still in Atlanta and he was really running in those reality show circles, he did. But honestly, y'all, if you follow Funky Dineva, he really don't go that deep anymore. So I think it's more than what we know. I think it's personal. I do. But anyway, that's not my thing. Funky Dineva call people names all the time. I mean, that's his brand. Funky Dineva is always talking about be this and be that. Like, and I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying, again, let's not be selective. But anyway, we're not getting a break, especially when they're on social media. I agree. A plum fool and B is not equal, but the Monique comment was too much for me. Tracy, he has called Tisha a dumb B in a review before. I don't want you. Oh, that's y'all talking. Okay. They going back and forth. Okay. I wish they would go back to not allowing them to talk about the show on social media. I understand we want people to engage in social media, to build up awareness about the show and stuff like that. But I really wish, once upon a time, they were not allowed to talk about the show. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't see clips of episodes. We didn't see, like, for example, if somebody's having a birthday party and they're filming it for the show, we wouldn't see clips before the episode came out, right? Now we know exactly what's going to happen. We may not know the order it's going to happen in. Oh, Candy had a birthday party for Todd. Oh, the ladies went to Mexico. Oh, they had a bowling fundraiser. Oh, okay. Like we know too much, and it really takes away from our interest, because I feel like what we end up doing is we end up spending the whole season waiting for a certain thing to happen, and we don't pay attention. And I think that's where people say, oh, this episode was boring, or oh, this season was boring, because we're waiting for something to happen because we knew it happened, instead of just dealing with the season and the episode as it is. Right. King Corey says, stop breaking the fourth wall. I agree. I just think before social media became so prevalent, we didn't know as much. We just didn't know as much. But anyway, child, it is what it is. It's only Melody and Martell and Wanda and Mark. Everybody else keeps their mouth shut. I'm thinking to see if that's true. Melody Martell, yes. Wanda, yes. Because Maurice and Kimmy don't say nothing. Again, you might see a clip here or there on their social media, but I will say, generally speaking, I can't say this is 100% true, but generally speaking, by the time we see a clip on their social media, that episode has aired. Like, for example, when they went to Vegas, I remember clips popping up on Maurice's social media after they went to Vegas. But there were pictures about the Vegas trip on everybody's social media. Tiffany and Louis don't really talk a lot either, but do we care? Do we care? Tisha and Marceau, they do lives. They do. I think Tisha talks more than Marceau does. Marceau will go live and he'll talk in circles. Y'all know how Marceau will be talking about the sun and the moon. But anyway. But I just think all of them should cut it out. All of them should cut it out. Next season, they need to turn the page on all the current storylines. The only storyline that I really do feel like we need to carry over, of course, is Kimmy and her progress with her cancer. Destiny said that. Okay, let's get into the Let's get into the episode. Let's get into the episode, child. Let's get into the episode. Okay. So we start where we left off. We got the Mel and Destiny situation going on. Well, actually, we have the Destiny Kimmy situation going on. Remember, they got real feisty with each other last episode, and they were like, well, stop coming. You know, they were like, well, damn, Kimmy, you coming for Destiny? And Kimmy was like, I'm not coming for Destiny. All I'm saying is I've been talked to by production to say, well, do this, and do that. And I'm like, I'm trying. Like, she's not giving me nothing. So I feel like Kimmy, I know last week people were like, damn, Kimmy attacked Destiny and it was unwarranted and Kimmy was doing too much. But I think it was coming from a place of frustration where Kimmy was like, listen, I like you and I really want you to keep your job. So I'm just agreeing and saying, I need you to do more. I need you to do more. You know what I mean? I ain't really taking no kind of way. I know I'm biased, but I just feel like there are many. We can look at multiple scenes where the ladies are talking and they're really trying to get Destiny to talk, and Destiny ain't giving them nothing. Her boyfriend was supposed to be there, but due to unforeseen circumstances, she said he couldn't make it. But she said that next season, if she's still there, which we know she is because she's been filming, that they're gonna get more. I don't know if they filmed Christmas or not, but I do remember seeing a video surface online where they were all at a Christmas party. When I say all, I mean Destiny, Tisha, Marceau, I think Stormy was there, and her husband, where Destiny was singing, and they were all in onesies, and her boyfriend was there. So I don't know if they filmed that for the show or not, but she did say that he would film, but they are still long distance, so it's still gonna be limited, child. It's weird never mentioning them at all. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, what am I talking about? Maurice has more than one child. Maurice only has one child, Monster. That's it. I mean, I don't. If there's more than one child, I've never heard that. Like ever. That's never. I've never heard that in the gossip. I've never heard that on the show. Never. I don't believe Destiny, but we'll have to wait and see, child. I don't believe Destiny either, but we'll get there, child. We'll see. We'll see. So then we got into the Mel and Destiny situation. Listen. See, if I say what I want to say, then y'all gonna be like, you just don't like Mel. But this what I'm gonna say. Who has older kids? Maurice? I have never heard that, Tracy. Where from who? And I have never heard that Maurice had other kids. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I've never heard that before, but okay. If y'all really want to know what I think happened between Melody and Destiny, I really think it boils down to this, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I think that Melody is very much in the mindset right now that either you're with me or you're against me. Destiny was her ride or die. We saw it. We saw it. Destiny was Mel's ride or die. Destiny sided with Mel. Destiny Mel. Destiny was, all of that. I think when Destiny started being cool with other people on the show, I just think Mel didn't like it. That story of Destiny talking shit about Mel and she overheard it, whatever. I honestly think it happened the way they said it happened, that they were talking about the reunion. Were they saying things about what happened at the reunion? Sure. I believe it. But do I think they were just sitting there talking about Mel ain't shit and Mel this and Mel this and Mel that? I don't. I don't believe that's what happened. I really don't. Do I think that her name came up? Yeah. But like Destiny said, I wasn't out there for the majority of the reunion. Tisha was telling me what happened and what I missed. Do I think Destiny is a perfect friend? No, I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that either. But I just honestly think that Mel felt like Destiny, especially that Martell thing. I think Destiny being cool with Martell bothered her a lot. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be honest and tell you that would bother me too. And just because y'all knew each other in high school and you've known him for so long, that don't mean, like, I'm sorry. You don't need to be, no. You don't need to be, no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Uh-uh. Maurice is the father of three children. Hold on. Well, I know he is stepfather, Tracy. Tatiana, the Shayla are his children from a prior marriage, and he is also. So he has three children by his ex-wife, or are the other two children from? So Maurice has been married twice before. I'm confused. I never knew none of this. The show would survive without Mel. It would probably. Oh, the show would definitely survive without Mel. I think she should be friends with them, but don't talk about me around people. Don't mess with me. Mel deals in absolutes. Either you with me or against me. Destiny was with the ops. I would have cut her off too. But see, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I think happened. I honestly think that's what happened. That Mel was like, either you with me or you against me. And see, I don't like that mentality of the ops because again, we all grown. We are all grown and we are all co-workers. Let's take the friendship piece out of it. We're all co-workers. And so I think it's messed up. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying I think it's messed up to say, oh, well, they the ops. They the ops. What do you mean the ops? Okay, you don't F with them, and that's fine. But I'm your friend and I have your back when it comes to you and what has happened to you. Um, but that's just my mentality. Now I do think that her talking to Martell, now that I would have had a problem with, and I probably would have cut her off for that. My thing is, me and you are friends. Me and you became close. Yes, you might have known Martell, but you ain't been friends with Martell all these years. And all of a sudden now you talking to him and nah, 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 nah. That would be a problem for me. Her talking to Tisha now wouldn't be a make or break for me. But her talking to my ex-husband, now Houston, we got a problem. Not Hugh, not, we got a problem. For me, that would be a problem for me, especially the way things went down. It's not so much that me and my husband are no longer together, but we're working this thing out. We're trying to co-parent. That would be one thing. But they are fighting every other day. They are on social media telling each other's business, showing their asses. He's doing what he's doing. Like I just I in that case, I would have to choose a side. I will never forget. I remember when I was looking at Lenny Kravitz Unsung. If y'all don't know who Lenny Kravitz is, he's a rock singer. He once upon a time was married to Lisa Bonet from the Cosby Show. And um what's my girl? The actress that plays Cree Summer. Cree Summer was friends with both of them. She was very good friends with both of them. And when they got divorced, I remember Cree saying, when your sister and your brother get divorced, you got to choose a side. She said, and unfortunately, I chose my sister. She wasn't saying unfortunately like it was a problem. She was like, I lost my relationship with him until they were cool again. Now Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz are cool again. Like they're friends. They call each other best friends again. They're not romantically involved, but they're cool again. Now they're all one big happy family again. But when the relationship was over and they were going through that divorce and Lenny Kravitz had been unfaithful to Lisa Bonet, Cree was like, listen, when your sister and your brother break up, you got to choose a side. And in Destiny's case, I feel like she should have done that with Martell and Melody. You can't play both. Now, her being friends with Tisha and Kimmy and Tiffany, I don't care about that. But the Martell thing, I'm with Mel on that one 100%. All of that, talking to him and you filming scenes with him. And then she was filming scenes with Martell, and I felt like she was being a little shady towards Mel in some of them scenes. Now, I don't know if that's when they had already stopped being friends, because, you never know these daggone storylines. No, we don't all agree. I don't agree that Destiny should have been cut off. I feel like Melody should have had a conversation with Destiny saying, listen, I'm not comfortable with this. And I don't feel like she did. I don't feel like Melody does not come off to me as a great communicator. Melody comes off as when she's done, she just walks away and she never really, and I've dealt with people like that. And that's very unsettling when you think you are cool with somebody or you think you're in a different place with somebody and then they're just gone. I've told y'all that story a million times, that I had a friend that did that to me. And to this day, it's very unsettling because I thought me and this person were really good friends. And To this day, I'm really not clear on what I did, but she cut me off. And I tried to talk to her, and we had somewhat of a conversation, but even then, I was like, it still didn't make sense. She just woke up one day and was like, don't want to be your friend anymore. And I had to accept it. But anyway, exactly. Destiny appeared to have chosen Mel, but then she backchanneled me with Martell. Then you on the phone telling me that you're talking to him. Yeah, see, I'm with you on that one too, Ellis's. And I'm not one for ultimatums either. But I would have been clear in saying, listen, me and Martell are dealing with, court cases, and we have a lot of stuff going on, and I am just not comfortable talking to you and you talking to him. Like, I'm not doing that. So, yeah. So, anyway, Destiny said I'm gonna be honest with you, between the two of them, I still don't have a clear understanding of why they're not friends anymore. Mel gave examples of things that Destiny did that she didn't like. Destiny gave examples of things that Mel did that she didn't like. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is what I hate that Mel does. This is what I hate that Mel does. They used the example of when she was on Carlos's show, and she said, well, when you go to your girl house and you see the cutoff notice on her door, you're gonna make sure that she good. You're not gonna let her utilities get cut off. And Carlos was like, well, how much did you give her? Oh, about $5,000 or $6,000. Now, Melody, let's not play word games. The thought process, the implication that you put out there is that her damn utilities were $5,000 or $6,000, and that's what you had to pay to help her be good. That was the implication. That may not have been the reality, but the way that was said, that was the implication. But on the flip side of that, Destiny, girl, she gave you money. I think you were upset that she told people that she gave you money. Listen, you was going through a divorce. Your business had closed. It was the wrong. If you needed it, and that's what a friend did for you, then that's what a friend did for you. Again, I feel like at this point, that was after y'all, like, you mad that she said it, but that was after y'all weren't friends anymore. That don't have nothing to do with why y'all not friends. And honestly, I don't think we're gonna ever know, because I don't think either one of them are gonna tell the whole story. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I understand what you mean, Really B, but how do you handle a situation where your close friend or your family member break up, especially when your family member was the source of the problems in the breakup? Wait a minute, rewind. How do you handle a situation when your close friend and your family member break up? Close friend and family member break up. Okay. Especially when your family member was the source of the problems of the breakup. Who am I closer to? Because just because they my family member don't mean I'm closest to them. I got family members that I don't rock with. So who am I closest to? Am I closest to the friend, or am I closer to the family member? Now, if my family member is my family, like we rock and we family, then I'm rocking with my family. Period. I don't listen. They will put a cutoff notice on your door. Yeah. They'll put the cutoff notice on your door. But generally speaking, when they put the cutoff notice on your door, it's to let you know that they were there to cut it off. It's usually no more warnings. If there's a notice on your door, then you going in the house and you flipping and it ain't nothing happening. That notice on your door is to say, hey, we were here. Sorry. You're going to be in the dark tonight. But yeah, they will. Well, at least up here they will. They will put a notice on your door. If you're friends with me and my ex, I don't expect you to go to my ex. I don't expect you to go to my ex, running your mouth, knowing we are not on good terms. If that happened, expect me to cut you off at the knees. Can someone tell me what notice is on the door outside? Oh, okay, yeah. Up here they do, Tracy. I don't know what they do in New York, but they do up here. Really be my issue with Destiny is that she was the type of friend I'd expect you to give 80% in a friendship, and she only gives 30. That's not a friendship. It should be 50-50. Okay, little Mackie. Hey, boo. Destiny was more peeved at the fact that Mel made that info public, subsequently embarrassing her, making her appear needy. Yeah, she was upset. And I could see her being upset about it. The water company put a notice on my neighbor's door. Yeah, they will put a notice, child. Like I said, usually when the notice is there, that means they're there cutting it off. The notice isn't a warning. It is a cut off. Like, ma'am, you flipping the switch and it's a wrap. Yeah, Pepco will. Yes, Pepco and Washington Water. They sure will. Yep, they sure will. Mel is nice, nasty. It doesn't take too much to offend her. She sure is. Ooh, Mel is nice, nasty. She ooh. Mm. Anyway, moving on. So honestly, y'all, I just don't. It's a wrap. They're not friends anymore. They'll never be friends anymore, and it just is what it is at this point. That's just that, child. Um, Last reunion. Okay, lending money. Too close to Martell. Okay, I'm just going through my notes. Okay, Destiny. Said Mel cheat. She. Oh, did y'all peep that Melody Slick? I mean that Destiny Slick said Mel cheated. Did y'all peep that? Did y'all catch it or did it go over y'all's heads when she was like she made the comment about being I'm gonna be mad at Martell for the same thing, and I'm gonna cut Martell off for the same thing Mel did. I said, ooh, ooh. I said, okay, I saw that Destiny. I felt this. So she kind of slick threw out there that Destiny, that Mel cheated on Martell, but she ain't go no deeper. And Martell caught it, but I don't think too many other people caught it. But Martell, he was like, what? He was trying to get her to say it again, but Carlos moved past it. I said, ooh, we all know Mel cheated. She halfway admitted at the last reunion. No, what Mel admitted at the last reunion was while her and Martell were separated, she dated. What Martell is trying to say is that Mel was cheating on him when they were back together, living as a married couple. I don't necessarily, if they were separated, she was living in a totally different place. They didn't have the same address. I don't count. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when Martell is trying to say that Mel cheated when they were back together. Destiny did the first when she did the interview with Bondi Blue on the panel. Destiny did the first. No, Lean, you have to write that again, baby. I don't understand what you're saying. Destiny did the first. Yeah, she did throw Mel slide eye. Why does it matter when they divorced for 2 years? Who cares? Huh? Oh, about Mel cheating. Child, at this point, I don't care about neither one of them cheating. I think we get it. I don't care about neither one of them cheating. Yes, I caught that from Destiny, but Carlos didn't dig into it and didn't give it any energy. Yeah, I think Mark. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Carlos is done with that conversation. Like they addressed it last season. Carlos drilled Mel on it last season. Mel said she couldn't even remember whether she gave a man fellatio or not. So I'm not entertaining that. Um, but I think both of them cheated. Honestly, I do. I just think both of them cheated. I think Mel was probably more slick with hers. And Martell he's so angry and it comes out so angry that nobody really, you know what I mean? But listen, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If Mel did cheat, I ain't mad at it. That man cheated on that woman consistently for years. Because if y'all think that I think Ariana is the first and the only, then I got a bridge in Brooklyn to tell you. Martell cheated on that woman consistently for years. Period. And if we're to believe Ariane, Knox is not the first pregnancy. It's just the first pregnancy she went through with. And I believe that too. Now, I ain't going to say I believe a lot of stuff that girls say, but I believe that she was pregnant before. I believe it 100%. I do. And I believe that there were other women, personally. But anyway, the entire time wasn't he cheating with the wedding planner? Mel thought he was. Then and so I'm like, well, girl, why you married a man? But you know, who's to say you in love, child, and all that. If you believe two people are separated but not divorced is cheating, oh well. I don't believe that. I just said that I don't believe that's cheating. Maybe you talking to somebody in the chat. Because I don't believe that's cheating. I feel like if you are legally separated, I don't look at that the same way as y'all living in the same house, living as a married couple. I just don't. I just don't. But anyway, and was cocky and entitled with his cheating. He sure was. I hope Kimmy is doing well. My heart goes out to her. I don't know. Yeah, child, let's move on. We're gonna get to that, Auntie Didi. Because I said we wasn't gonna be here long because it wasn't a whole lot to talk about. And here we are. Because we stuck on Melody and Destiny, child. So let's get into Mel and Martell, which is where we were anyway. They just can't seem to get the co-parenting right. Listen, let me tell you what I'm sick of. I'm sick of these Southern men and their barbaric, archaic ideas and definition on what is supposed to happen in a marriage. Martell says that he doesn't like the fact that men are watching his children. I have never heard no shit like that. I don't understand why that's a problem. That doesn't make sense to me, especially when it's a family member. So then Carlos was like, so you have a problem with her brother watching. Why do you have a brother with her? Why do you have a problem with her brother watching the kids? And he gonna say, well, I mean, let's just be clear. They just knew each other. They just became acquainted when they were teenagers. Melody is almost 40 years old. What are you talking about? That means that she has known this man more than half of her life. What are you talking about, sir? They met when they were teenagers. That means that they have been in each other's life for 20 years. I could see if you said, well, they just met each other 5 years ago, or they just met each other a few years ago. Maybe, then just maybe I might be like, oh, well, I see where Martell's coming from. But for you to be like, oh, well, they only known each other since they were in their teens. Sir, what the fuck? Now, let me tell y'all my opinion on custody. And I got this from my girl, Judge Judy. Y'all know I love me some Judge Judy. If y'all have joint custody, then what goes on with the kids when I have the kids is my business. What goes on with the kids when you have the kids is your business. I'm not talking about things that don't make them safe. I ain't talking about, oh, well, you could just go to another country and not tell me you didn't took my kids to France. That's not the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is, if I have the children and I need a babysitter, that is not your concern. Then I got somebody to babysit my damn kids. And just because we all live in the same city does not mean you get the right of first refusal. I am not going to call you every time I need a babysitter, because when I have the kids, they are mine. And I will get a babysitter, whether it's the neighbor's 17-year-old daughter next door, whether it's my mama, whether it's my auntie, whether it's my brother, whether it's my boyfriend. That's not your concern. Just like when you have the kids, I don't bother you. I don't call you every 5 minutes. I don't ask you, well, if you're going out tonight, let me watch the kids. No, And I just think that is very barbaric. Do I think there's a level of homophobia involved? Absolutely. Martell has said it. So you having a problem with all these outside people watching your kids, that's not your business, Martell. And see, that goes back to you just wanting to control Melody. That's that control thing. And so now you filing for full custody. Sir, stop. You're not going to get it. Do you know how extreme of a situation it has to be for a father to get full custody over a perfectly good mama? Like, listen, I may not always agree with what Mel does personality-wise, but I ain't never going to sit here and say Mel ain't no good mama, from what I know. She makes enough money to take care of those kids. She's present with those children. Those kids don't have no school issues. We don't hear about them missing excessive days out of school, because Martell would tell us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that one time that the son got in trouble at school. Okay, kids get in trouble. Like, that's kids get in trouble at school. But we haven't heard of any excessive behavior or things like that. And hell, and if we do, it's just as much your fault, Martell, as it is if it's Mel's at all. That is so ridiculous to me. I ain't never heard of that before. I just never heard of that before. That's exactly what joint custody is now. If y'all work together, that's nice, but that requires you to work together, not just your way of rules. Right. And if Melody, and the reason, that's a slippery slope that we start getting into. Right? It's a slippery slope. What you getting? More water?
I get water, and then I had to get Gigi's report.
Get a report? Okay. I'm sorry. So that to me is just archaic. And that's just bullshit. And that's just bullshit. Martell wants control over Melody, and he tries to get it through the kids. And this evolved into Carlos talking to Martell. And Carlos was crying and everything. Listen, Carlos cried more than they did on this episode. But I was here for what Carlos said. Carlos was like, listen, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you because at the end of the day, I think you still love Melody, and I think you miss what you had. I think you miss your family, and you put on this brave front, and you put on this bravado, like you have to be so brave in front of the kids and for the world, and you got to put on this front, and it comes out very angry. And I feel like what Carlos wasn't saying, if you read between the lines of what Carlos wasn't saying, I think he's concerned about Martell's mental health as far as depression and maybe some other things. Now that's my opinion. He didn't say that, but I feel like that's kind of the road he was going down. And I agree. I do think that Martell, he absolutely still loves Melody. He wants his family back. And let me tell you something. I told y'all this before. I had a friend of mine who dealt with, it was a bad relationship. They would break up and make up, break up and make up, break up and make up. And when she was finally done, like she said, I'm not going back ever. I'm done. I'm not going back. First of all, I ain't really believe her because they had broken up and got back together so many times. But when she stuck to it, you know, because they would break up and they would be broken up for 2 or 3 years and then they would get back together. So again, I just didn't believe her. I was like, well, you know, time will tell kind of thing. But when her ex did things that he used to be able to do to get back in, and when those things didn't work, then I started believing her. I said, okay, he tried this, that didn't work. He tried this, that didn't work. He did that, that didn't work. Maybe she really means it this time. And I remember telling her, I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better because he's used to being able to screw you over, cheat on you, treat you like whatever, and eventually he wears you down and you take him back. He's used to being able to show up with gifts and be nice and charm you and use, because they had a son, use your son against you and all the little tricks. And when he kept trying all these different tricks and none of them worked, I said it's going to get worse because he's going to get desperate because everything he's done isn't working. And that's Martell. That's what we've seen over the last 2 years with Martell. And he actually ended up getting physical with her. My friend I'm talking about, not Martell. He actually physically assaulted her because he got so frustrated that she would not take him back. And I said, and so what we've seen with this anger from Martell, that is a lot of it's that, well, I've always been able to get Mel back. I've been able to sweet talk my way or do whatever it is he used to be able to do. And he couldn't do it anymore. He just couldn't do it anymore. Maybe Carlos is privy to Martell's true state of mind, the real behind the scenes. Perhaps Sheree told Carlos. Well, remember Carlos says that Martell calls him all the time. So I feel like they've had some real heart-to-heart conversations. Like I feel like Carlos knows Martell on a level that's more than employee boss. Like I think and I'm not saying they're friends or best friends or anything like that, but I think that Carlos definitely is privy to way more. Even all the stuff they put on social media, he's privy to way more than that. Right, Keisha, that love bombing. Mm-hmm. Desperate people make desperate decisions. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I really felt Carlos in that moment, and I felt like where Carlos was coming from was very, very sincere. And I think, and again, I'm not giving Martell any passes because I think Martell is living in the bed that he made. Let's be clear. I'm not giving him any passes, but I think that was a sincere plea for Martell to get some help. I really do. And like Mel said, I never thought that I would have children with a man that I didn't like anymore, or I think she said can't stand, you know, but people take you to that. People take you to that. Yes, you have to be strong enough to walk away and never turn back. People can't take rejection, especially when the past techniques get them somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Martell is the man that thought Mel would never leave him, and now that she has, he's doing anything for attention, good or bad. Yeah. Oh, Martell never thought Mel would go anywhere. I mean, he has so much as said it. If y'all listen to Martell, not the words, but below the surface of the words, yeah, he never thought Mel would go anywhere. Absolutely, he didn't. He thought that he could do, because again, when Carlos was, and I was here for Mel when she said this. When Carlos was like, I tell the women that, as your star rises, as you get notoriety, you have to still, basically saying, you still got to let your man know that he means something, he's important, and he's in charge. And Mel was like, basically that wasn't the case here. And she's right, because the cheating started long before the show. The cheating started long before Mel was building up. Because remember, Mel was a brand before the show. Like, let's be clear. She definitely has gained a lot from the show. But Mel was a mover and shaker in Huntsville before the show. She really was. She honestly was. Her and Martell were definitely building a brand. But the cheating had been going on before the show. So this isn't about the show. This isn't about the notoriety. They were rising together. And yes, Mel was the face of the company, because we see now why Mel was the face of the company, because Martell clearly is not a public speaker, okay? So we definitely see why Mel was the one that was in the front. She was the face of their company, because Lord knows we didn't want Martell accepting no awards and giving no speeches. Okay, that is not his gift. Um, but but that definitely, in my opinion, that definitely wasn't their situation, right? When old tricks don't work anymore, it could be dangerous. Exactly, Auntie Didi. And I really think that's kind of where Carlos was coming from. I look at both of them at the same. They both need to get help. Mel's personality is very low grading to me for a female. Male personality is very low grading for me. I just think, and again, I know that the mellometers aren't gonna like what I'm saying, but I just think that Mel, I don't know. I don't know. I don't say what I gotta say about Mel Child. And he thought that because she showed him to some degree, taking him back over and over, showed him a pattern that he could. Right, exactly. Two Ellises, exactly. I'm going to be honest. I think once Martell cheated again right before the show started, she used the show to build her nest egg to get away. I've been telling y'all that. I and I know that the mellometers ain't gonna agree with me. Hey, itty bitty, but Melody went on that show with a plan. That's my opinion. Did my friend have homeboy locked up? Child, yeah, they went through the fire, child. Yeah, it was a lot, yeah. Then they had to have supervised. They had to exchange their son at the police station, and he had supervised visit. It was a lot. It was a lot. Unfortunately, he's now that's a situation where I was friends with both of them, but I was gonna always rock with my sister. Now he used to call me when he was in the doghouse. He would call me and try to get me to rock. Don't call me. We cool. I love you like a brother, but that's my sister. That's my sister. Yeah, that's my sister. Anyway, but he's passed away now. Unfortunately, he's no longer here. So um okay, that's Mel and because I can't keep talking about them child. I'm glad your sister friend is in a safer position now. Yeah, she even before he passed away, she had moved away. They didn't live in the same, like she had remarried, and she definitely got away. But thank y'all. Tiffany and Lou. So, okay, we all know that Tiffany is pregnant. Congratulations, Tiffany. They done already named the baby Ace. She's 4 months pregnant. Um, Ace means completion. So she said that's like bringing their family together. They talked about them going on the retreat with Dr. Francis, which basically was like, do y'all find it funny how they didn't bring up her parents? Remember that was going to be like her whole storyline, her looking for her real parents and doing the research. That didn't even come up, did it? Well, if it did, they edited it out. I said, now that was real quick how we got past that storyline. You had Mel driving down into the bushes with you, going through old, paper, newspaper documents, looking for your parents, and then you just sort of dropped it. Like we just didn't hear no more about it. And Carlos didn't even bring that up. I mean, I could even see if Carlos said, well, have you gotten any more on it? Have you done any more research? Have you heard any more information? She just dropped it. So that didn't even come up. So basically, the only thing we really talked about with the two of them was, you know, them not liking Dr. Francis, feeling like Dr. Francis had it out for them from the beginning. Yada yada yada, boo da boo da boo, child. I don't care. We don't care about them. At this point, I'm with Mel. Does she do stuff? Yeah, but why y'all still talking on her? She's out your life. If she's so bad, move on. No more scenes talking on her. I'm just saying. I see that one of Tisha and one of Scott's family members are planning Tiffany's baby shower. Oh, well, that's nice of them. They must be getting ready to film that on the show because Tisha and Tiffany are not that close for her to be throwing no damn baby shower. So, where's my drink? So they must be getting ready to film that for the show. Right, I thought they were going to the state of Utah. I didn't know they was going to Utah, Alabama. Who even knew there was a Utah, Alabama? I thought they was getting on a plane. I saw them in the car and I was confused. Tisha using Tiff for a storyline. Child. Then we get to Kimmy giving us an update on her cancer situation. Y'all know what scared the hell out of me what Kimmy said, and don't yell at me, y'all, when I'm getting ready to say this. Don't y'all not y'all listen. Y'all not allowed to yell at me when I say what I'm getting ready to say. I have not had my mammogram. Went to the doctor. I have not had a mammogram in a long time. I've definitely missed my annual mammogram. But what scared the hell out of me was that Kimmy said that she had gotten her checkup in December of 2021. She found the lump in June of 2022. And it was already at that point of stage 3. Y'all, that scared the hell out of me. I'm calling my doctor on Tuesday. I'm like, because she gave me the last time I went to the doctor about 2 months ago, and she gave me the sheet to go to get my mammogram, and I just never called. I never set up the appointment. That scared the hell out of me, child. I gotta go get my mammogram. I'm gonna call the people. I don't even know what the paper is now. I gotta call my doctor to go. I gotta call my doctor to give me another paper. Don't listen, y'all not allowed to yell at me. Well, listen, I know, but it scared the hell out of me. So I said I'm definitely gonna go Tuesday. I'm gonna go and call my doctor and make the appointment. I'm gonna look for the paper tomorrow because it's probably either in my car or in my work bag. Because I'm trying to remember because I went to the doctor after work and I don't carry a purse to work. I carry Virgin Love said I am yelling. No, you're not supposed to yell. That's the last time I'm gonna tell y'all anything. I wasn't supposed to yell at me. I ain't telling y'all nothing no more. That's it. No more. My doctor can send it straight. No, I gotta get the paper. I gotta get the paper. So anyway, but I'm gonna call on Tuesday. If I can't find it, I'm gonna look for it tomorrow. If I can't find it, then I'm gonna call on Tuesday. Monday, everybody's closed because of the holiday, so I can't do nothing on Monday. Not yes, I'm the oldest. I know y'all care. I care too. Do I do? Yeah, I do self checks. I do. I do my self checks. I do. I do. But yeah, so Kimmy said that she had as of the filming of the reunion, as of the filming of the reunion, she still had 7 more chemo sessions, and then she had to have the surgery, and then she had to have chemo. Um, so yeah. Probably by next season. Again, I know they're filming already, but by the time we start seeing next season, she should be done with the chemo. Um, she rang the bell. Right. That's right. She did ring the bell. She did ring the bell. So she's done with the radiation. So then she has to have the surgery. and then she has to go through chemo after the surgery? Or is it the chemo first and then the surgery? No, it's the surgery and then it's the chemo. So anyway, but she's about halfway. Yeah, I did see that she rang the bell. I did see that. I saw that she rang the bell. It's the radiation, then the surgery. Thank you, Tropical Coco. So it's the radiation and then it's the surgery. Thank you. So my girlfriend, the same girlfriend I was just talking about that had the boyfriend that they had that crazy relationship. She had breast cancer, and she ended up just getting a double mastectomy because she was like, I don't want to I don't want to do this again. And she got the she got her she got the augmentation, so she got she's got two breasts again. But she had a double mastectomy. She said, I don't want to go through this again. It comes back in my other breast and I got to do this all over again. So she had double mastectomy. So I'm wondering what decision Kimmy's going to make. And like I said, she went and had a breast augmentation. So she got two breasts. She got two breasts. She's having her surgery soon. Go for her. I wish she had like a PO box or something where we could send her stuff. I'm sure I could probably send something to their office. I could Google it and find their office if I wanted to. Maybe I will send her something to the office. I'm sure people have been sending them stuff. That's what my sister got, and now complaining every day about her new size. Why? It's too big or too small? What's she complaining about? They too big or they too small? My girlfriend like hers. I mean, I ain't never heard her complaining. She like what she got. I commend people who do that. I remember Angelina Jolie did the same thing. She had a double mastectomy when she was diagnosed and got the augmentation. Yeah, so I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. My homegirl lost her battle after surviving 2 years post chemo and radiation. Prayers, my prayers go out. My prayers go out. Here's what's funny. The girlfriend that I'm talking about, that I've been telling y'all about this whole live, that had breast cancer, that had the crazy ex-boyfriend, that's the same girlfriend that was dating one of Martell's friends that used to give me the tea. It's funny, I just thought about that. It's the same one. That's the same girlfriend that used to date. She don't date him no more. She used to date one of Martell's friends, and she had met Martell even before the show, like around the time the show was filming. And she doesn't look at reality TV, so she had never looked at the show. And then I was talking to her, she was like, "Don't you look at that show that come on?" Like, she didn't even remember the name of the show. She said, don't you look at that show that's in Huntsville?" I said, "Yeah, Love and Marriage Huntsville." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Is there a guy on the show by the name of Martell?" I said, "Yeah." And this was season 1, right? I said, "Yeah, he's one of the stars." She said, "Oh, I met him." And then that's how we started talking. And I made her watch like 2 or 3 episodes. I made her watch because she was like, because of course she knows him as a good guy, right? Because she never met him in any other capacity. But I made her watch the episode at Kimmy's wedding when they were up on the top of the ship, and he called Ariane his girlfriend, and they were arguing. I made her watch that episode, and I made her watch another episode. I made her watch like 2 episodes. She was like, "Girl, I can't do this no more." She was like, "I don't know how y'all watch this every week." Child. She did not make it to the secret apartment, however, because she lived in Nashville. And she said that a lot of them drive to Nashville and they hang out and party in Nashville because Nashville is only like 2 hours away. And she was saying how they go to Nashville a lot because, again, she lived in Nashville and they would drive up. Where's my, oh, here it is. So that's the other thing too. They would drive up to Nashville, honey. And remember, that's where Destiny was living. Destiny was living in Nashville before she moved down to Huntsville to move in with her husband. Yeah, honey, they used to go up to Nashville. So they keep looking in all the wrong places for these girlfriends and these side chicks. They need to ride up the road a little bit there over to Nashville. They might find some things, but you ain't heard that from me. I'm just saying. Y'all ain't heard that from me. But that was pretty much it. Like I said, we know there's gonna be another season. They're already filming. Um, wait a minute. Oh Lord, they arguing in the group chat. Anyway, let me move on. I ain't got time for that. Um, okay, y'all. Get ready, to get off of here. Hold on. You think the baby shower was today? There was a flyer. Yeah, like I said, they're already filming Nashville 2 OMG. That's next season T. There is the Destiny connection. Like I said, I don't know if there's any other people out there. All I know is they used to drive up because she even said that. She said, "Oh, they come to Nashville all the time." I said, "Oh, okay, they go to Nashville, huh?" Anyway, moving on. But she didn't know Marceau or none of them. She only knew Martell and Melody. They were actually supposed to go on a double date, and it never happened. So she never actually met Mel, but she did meet Martell a couple of times. She met Martell a couple of times. So anyway, y'all, now listen, I put a poll on my channel because y'all told me y'all sick of talking about the bishop. But the bishop has been real busy these last couple of days, right? So it's 74 of y'all in the chat. I know y'all are here for Love and Marriage Huntsville, but do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to talk about Bishop Liehead, Lie Moore, Bishop White Lie, whatever word we want to call him. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to talk about him. Not right now. I would do a separate video. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't want to talk about him. Because if y'all don't want to talk about him no more, I would just enjoy him in peace. Because he has been entertaining me. But if y'all want to kiki, y'all let me know. A 1 if you want to talk about him. Again, not on this live. A 2 if y'all are like, listen, we sick of his ass. Okay. Okay, well, I saw 5 ones then popped up. Okay, I see a whole lot of ones. All right. All right, then well, give me about 15, 20 minutes, y'all, and we're gonna kiki a little bit about Bishop Lamore. I'ma set it up and y'all come on back now. All these people said ones, y'all better come on back, okay? Tracy, we gonna talk about it, girl. We gonna talk about it. I got some video to show. I got some things to talk about. All right, I'll be back in about 20, give me about 20, 30 minutes, y'all. All right, peace.